like to show you our new paint set, our paint and stamp head rebuild cell. And first place where the stamp heads are going to come in right here, incoming stamp heads, and a work order should be generated and will be hanging here with the stamp head. So after the stamp head comes in, it will be brought over to the reconditioning table. It will be disassembled, and then the needles will be slightly clean, fairly clean already, and then stacked up in a little rack. At the time that the needles are not reconditioned, we've got a red tag on here. In order to straighten the needles, I was doing it before in a lathe with a piece of pipe. Now I'm going to take the needle, place it in the holding device, and I turn the crank and I can check the deflection on the needle, and it should be within 0.002. And there we have a straightened needle. It only takes several minutes to run through a set of needles now, where it would take an hour. Once the needles have all been straightened, I'm going to check them for length. I have a standard at 134 millimeters, which is the scrap size. This is the shortest the needle can be until it goes out for scrap. So my height gauge now is set at 00. And this needle is at 138. So I'm going to find the shortest needle in the bunch, and I'm going to use this needle doctor that I've modified a drill doctor. We're going to install the needle turn on the drill doctor and just barely sharpen it, and we've got a beautiful regrind. Once I have this needle set, the shortest needle, I'm going to place it in this fixture, and I can use a micrometer thimble, and then each needle from here will be placed in here, and reground, and I can double check the length. 139. That one was 138. The tolerance on these needles is within 15 thousandths, but I can easily hold 2 to 4 thousandths on the length. So where a set of needles to regrind was taking, with setup and grinding and straightening, we're looking at about 6 to 8 hours. I can do the whole job in easily half that time. 2 to 3 hours to do the whole job. And we've got pictures up here that show the process. Once the head has been all reassembled and we've checked all of the little solenoids, we've got a test stand. The head is placed in the test stand. I'm going to set it a ½ an inch off the test plate. And then each of the needles can be fired one at a time to check and make sure that they are marking the plate. can also fire them in rows. And then once all of the needles are checked and make sure that it's good, then it'll be tagged and sent back to the mill for